this show is clean.
Mow.
Pretty much.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 748. Hi, it's Mike Matthews, broadcasting from the last place on Earth, located somewhere in PodCastro Valley, California. Today, Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley, plus it's the return of the much-loved segment Into an Interview, where I speak with the fascinating Washington singer-songwriter KYE ALFRED HILLIG, and gas prices. There's some interesting news about that. Mike's Daily Podcast. And I saw my doctor yesterday, and she says, Mike, you know what? You're a little fat. Mike's Daily Podcast. I need to cut down my triglycerides. Hey, that would be fun if I could rhyme something with triglycerides, but I'm too dumb. I like to eat sliders. Me not good with words. Hey, so yesterday's show, Floyd the Floorman, Mike's Daily Podcast, ripped off all his clothes. No, wait, that didn't happen. It was Benita who said that she didn't want to be a model, Mike's, and that she believed daily that she was wearing podcast a swimsuit when, in fact, she was wearing a bikini. And she said she will not be a nude model. So that revelation crushed us, excited us, enlifted us, then crushed us. Look who just walked in. Hello, my girl. This is Madame Rootabega, and I like to wear a bikini too. Yes, and Benita does, only what she's wearing is really a swimsuit. No. Let's move on to something else. I like to actually go to the beach naked. Let's definitely move on to something else. You know, I did have a checkup yesterday, high triglycerides, so what I'm going to do from now on, I'm going to cut out bacon. I'm saying bye-bye bacon. And a little piece of me is crying right now. The piece of me that's full of triglycerides, that's like... Translation, good thing you're doing this, Mike, because you're going to die of a heart attack in 10 years if you don't. So, look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, we think that's a great thing that you're helping out your health there by watching what you eat there. That's a good thing. In fact, we'll take all the bacon off you that you don't need there.
Yeah, we'll eat it all, because bacon's delicious. Do you know that? Uh-huh. Do you guys know that I will never give you my bacon, but that I'm tired of noisy vehicles. You guys are out in the parking lot all the time. You hear loud vehicles. Yeah, that's what we do. We sit in the parking lot all day. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Why do I get the feeling that you guys don't do that? That you say you do that, but you don't?
No, we do that day.
Yeah, we're going to do that right after you're done talking. So go on and talk. Well, I was just going to say I'm tired of the loud vehicles here in PodCastro Valley, where the last place on Earth is. We have 2 buses that go by at the beginning of every hour that are quite loud, but they're actually not that loud because they're running on like a natural gas. They're like a quieter bus versus the Trans-Bay bus, which goes by early in the morning and late in the evening. That's screamingly loud. And then, of course, PodCastro Valley is full of people that love those big old pickup trucks, because we're a little bit country, or we think we're a little bit country here in PodCastro Valley, because we used to be a bunch of ranches and whatnot, and chicken farms and such ranches. And then so these pickup trucks go roaring by, shake the windows here of the last place on Earth, and I hate that so much. I actually think that's kind of neat, Mike. Do you know that?
Yeah, I enjoy it too. Whatever this guy says, they.
His name's Bison Bentley.
Yeah, whatever.
You forgot my name? Yes, I feel so bad. I want to go outside and cry. Do you know that? Oh, you've upset Bison Bentley. Valentino should go out there and make up with him.
We're not gay.
You should just do that anyway, because you're good friends. Don't you think he should do that, studio audience?
All right, geez, I'll do it, for crying out loud there. Shouldn't you people be watching The View?
At any rate, Madame Rootabega, I do not... Oh my gosh, where's your clothes? I told you, this is my no swimsuit. Yeah, it's a new no swimsuit. Well, I hate the loud noises, And I think it's because I'm old now. I'm all about combating noise pollution as well as air pollution. But nowadays, we're more concerned with air pollution. And now I'm going to take my cane, go outside, and tell someone to get off my lawn. Oh, wait, I don't have a lawn anymore because it's the drought, and my lawn is dead. But this is something that'll uplift you, make you happy, and make you go, oh, I want to drive more so I pollute the atmosphere and cause more air pollution and possibly noise pollution, depending on what you drive. The late summer slide in global crude oil prices is going to push the cost of U.S. gasoline to its lowest Labor Day since 2010. Better yet, prices are likely to continue dropping to 2014 lows by mid-autumn. This according to USA Today. Nationally, the regular unleaded gasoline will average $3.41 a gallon. That's 18 cents cheaper than 2013's Labor Day weekend and 42 cents a gallon less than the record $3.83 average we had during the 2012 holiday weekend. And that's the weekend that everyone went and bought a Prius. Ugh. I hate Priuses right now. And I'll tell you why. It's because of a relationship I was in went south, and she drove a Prius. I shouldn't blame the Prius for the inefficiencies in my love life. At any rate, it appears that the energy markets have shrugged off tensions in the Middle East, the Ukraine-Russia conflict, and minor supply disruptions during normal peak summer driving season. Why don't they shrug off these tensions all the time? Seems like, oh, somebody sneezed in the Ukraine, so let's raise gas prices. I know, they call it just Ukraine and not the Ukraine. But with demand now at 7-year lows and daily North American oil production is now at 8.46 million barrels. Go North America, that is a 5-decade high. Geopolitical risks are having a less impact on us and our oil prices. Even news of a larger than expected drop in oil supplies is having less impact than it usually would. On Wednesday, the Energy Information Administration said crude oil stockpiles fell to 360.5 million barrels last week. That's the lowest level since January. But pump prices should continue sliding through early November when they could average $3.25, according to GasBuddy.com. 11 states have their gas prices close to or below $3.25 a gallon now, and that would be Missouri, New Jersey, Virginia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas, and where I used to live, Alabama. At $3.15 a gallon, South Carolina has the nation's lowest average gas price. The highest, of course, is in Hawaii. They're at $4.31. What do you think about these gas prices? Do you think it's all a con? Do you think that we really don't need gas in our cars and we could just put water in there? They'll run on water, won't they? What, they won't? I'll destroy my engine if I put water in my gas tank? Oh, good to know. What do you think about all that? And do you have a problem with triglycerides? And do you hate the increasing noise pollution we have in the world today with people's large and loud gas-guzzling vehicles? Email me, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. We read your comments on the section emails from email. Also email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like to sponsor the show, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. And don't forget the website, MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. That's a good place to go to catch all the links to where to listen to the show in iTunes. Subscribe to the show in iTunes. You can rate and comment on the show. More people find out about us if you do that. There's also links to where to find us on Facebook, like the Facebook page. And when I post a new show, share that with your friends. More people find out about us that way if you do that. There's also the Amazon deal of the day. Click on that and buy something at a great discount, and that helps us out too, and you get a discount on something. There are also the blog, the daily podcast picture. All my past interviews are there at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And links to where to find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Podomatic, Yelp, Tumblr, and Twitter.
Into an interview.
This is Kai.
Kai Alfred Hillig, how are you? It's Mike Matthews from Mike's Daily Podcast. Good day.
Good day, sir. How are you?
Good. It's been a long time, like a couple months.
It has been. It's been months and months. I think it was May the last time I talked to you.
May, yes, you came to the house. You came to the last place on earth, and Basil the Boxer got to lick your face.
Yes, I remember that. I was thinking about him this morning, actually.
Now, have you come down with some kind of rare dog disease?
I have. Now all I want to do is buy the whole pound up, but outside of that, no.
And howl at the moon.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of am an animal person, so definitely got some dog fever going.
And that's better than cat scratch fever because I hate Ted Nugent. No, wait. Who doesn't these days? But
yeah, exactly.
I want to ask you about that tour that you came by on. How did that go?
Yeah. It went a lot better than I thought it was going to. Actually, I kind of anticipated it to have some off days and some on days. I mean, we're not we're not packing stadiums or anything, so it was hard to know how it was going to be going from place to place. But every single show that we did was really, really good, and people came out for all of it. So it couldn't have been better. Honestly, it was real good.
And you hit some interesting venues. I mean, you went to some weird guy's house in Castro Valley, and then and then that room, that was interesting, the Vortex room.
The Vortex room, yeah, in San Francisco.
That was different, definitely different.
Yeah, it was, no doubt. Yeah, that was a cool spot, though. That was one of my favorite spots on the trip. That was a real kind of an interesting place there.
Didn't it feel like you stepped back in time to the 60s, like the late 60s, maybe?
Yeah, it did.
Early 70s?
It was, we actually ended up sleeping there that night, and the entire group of people that were running the show, they never went to sleep.
Wow.
They were up all night long. We got up the next morning, and they were all still awake, and I was like, hey, you guys tired or something? They're like, oh, no, we're fine. I'm like, I thought human beings needed sleep. I guess they don't.
Well, the CEOs and millionaires apparently get only 4 hours sleep. They don't sleep much. That's what I read.
Oh. Well, maybe those guys are well on their way then. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah. They're in San Francisco. So, but then
you probably need to be a millionaire to live there.
Yeah. It's not cheap. And you went to Modesto.
No.
Speaking of cheap, I mean, there's Modesto. That's a little bit more affordable.
Yeah, it would seem that way. Yeah. Modesto, everybody was telling us, they're like, oh, be careful, it's a real kind of a violent area or something. I didn't see any of that, but supposedly it was it's kind of down and out, but I didn't pick up on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that must have been, I forget where you played there in Modesto, but I was like, oh, really? They've got an interesting place there. Yeah,
I can't remember the name of the venue there. But yeah, it was, they had a decent stage, and it was kind of like a half restaurant, half like rock and roll bar kind of thing.
Oh.
It was kind of a trippy spot, but yet again, people showed up and they had a good sound system and stuff. It all shook out.
And you were in Oregon, Boise. No, wait, not Boise.
Yeah, we were in Oregon. We spent 2 days in Boise.
Wow.
One was just a day off on the tour, and then the other day was actually like performing. And we also did a stop in Nevada. We played in Reno.
Oh my!
Yeah, so that was kind of cool too. Ended up yet again another one where we weren't sure how it was going to go, and it was actually really, really good. So,
is that all? Where is all that? Is that documented somewhere? I forget where. If that.
Oh yeah, it's being put together into kind of a mini documentary thing about the tour. Brian Jackson that we had with us on the tour, he was filming every stop we made along the way, and just kind of us hanging out and performing and stuff. And he's actually working on compiling all that footage right now.